All right, Cheetah Nation, welcome back to another Cheetah Spotlight, and I have a very special guest here with me, Diccardi, Gia Diccardi. This is our first Cheetah Spotlight where I actually had a relationship with the kid prior to GCIT, so I'm very excited to talk to you today, Gia. You've always been one of my favorites. Gia is a 10th grader. She's in the cosmetology program. You're also a cross-country runner. I like to think I had something to do with that.
Yes.
I don't know if I did, but like we'll get into that. How have you been? Have you been good?
I've been good.
You loving GCIT?
Oh yeah.
You're
Best
in your
decision.
second year? Best decision ever?
Oh yeah.
Tell me
definitely.
why.
The West effort people, man. They not the best vibe. They were all very cliquey and like it was just so much drama. Here there's just like none of that. Like everybody's just kind of friends with everybody.
That's good. You're living a drama-free life at GCIT. So tell me about your running. You've been running since first grade? First grade. How did you get started into that?
Well, my mom was always a marathon runner. She ran the Boston Marathon once, and she was training for it a second time before her accident. So she no longer can run, sadly. But she would always run when I was little, leave the house early, run in the afternoon, run. And then she got my dad into running. So then when I got old enough, I was like, Mom, I want to run. So she signed me up for my first daddy-daughter 5K, had all my bling on, and then halfway through, my dad had to carry me for the rest.
Tell me about your bling. What do you mean by had all of your bling on?
I had tons of necklaces all the way down. Had my zebra print, my bright pink shorts.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
So what was the thought as you were getting dressed that day for the marathon? Like you wanted to look good for the cameras, for the finish line, or you just like wanted to impress your dad?
My mom could not tell me no. If I wanted to wear something, I was wearing it out of the house.
Okay. So I mean that fits into like the cosmetology role, right? Like we're taking care of ourselves, like, you know, care about mind, body, and souls type stuff. So looking back on this thing with the Boston Marathon, like, do you realize now like what an accomplishment that is to even be able to run in that? I mean, like, because that's like pre-qualified times and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Now,
she was running 5Ks, 10Ks, all this stuff like every weekend. Every weekend she had a run. Every day she was running out with her brothers and stuff like that, training, and she did amazing.
Yeah. And I want to say to Cheetah Nation out there, I mean, I coached for several years with your mom. I mean, what a phenomenal person. Honestly, an incredible athlete. So, I mean, I knew that you had the genes in you for sure, but yeah, no, it's a great time. Hello, Carol Ann, if you're listening and watching out there. We had some good times at the Washington Township Track Association, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
So I had you for how many years? Did we?
2, I think.
Was it just 2? Okay, I felt like it was 3, but
I would come visit the second time you coached.
Okay, yeah, and you really got pretty good with the 800, right? That was like that became your event.
800 and 400.
800 and 400. Good stuff, Gigi. So, but you said you ran into maybe some injuries this year. You're aiming for like a 25-minute PR. You couldn't quite get there, right? Mm-hmm. And you ended up hurting your knees. What happened?
Yes. Well, it's not running-wise, but I had my Sweet 16 party, and I was dancing a little too hard on the dance floor.
All right. Hey, look, sometimes injuries are like fun-related, and that's okay. How are you feeling now? You feeling like that's something that's achievable for next season?
Oh, yeah. Feeling much better.
And do you have like a running role model?
Definitely Sha'Carri Richardson. She's very fast, determined, confident. Her vibe is just amazing.
Yeah. And she fits into that like cross-country, maybe like cosmetology-ish role model, right? Because she's all about the appearance, the nails, the hair, the look. That's great. So what made you choose the cosmetology program here at GCIT, since we're talking about that?
My cousin, at all the holiday parties, she would always get some sort of gift that was hair related or nails related, and I was always her like test subject. She would always do my nails for me, my hair. Every time we saw each other, we would sneak off into the bathroom and she would spray my hair with color spray or braid it or something like that. So, and then when she came here for cosmetology, I was like, I want to do that too.
Oh, that's great. So has she graduated since?
Yeah, she graduated last year.
Is she working in a salon now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. And that's obviously a goal for you, right?
Yeah.
Anything in particular in the cosmetology world that interests you?
Mainly coloring and hair cutting.
Okay.
I think that's something I'd want to do.
Good for you. Is that your natural hair color right now?
These are highlights.
Oh, okay. Did you do it yourself?
No.
Okay, good. All right. So, sometimes we ask like some fun, surprising things about our guests, something that we wouldn't know just by looking at you. And you mentioned that you were in choir for 8 years and that you can sing pretty well. Tell me a little bit about that.
I always, again, my cousin, the one that came here for cosmetology, she also loved singing. So I got a lot of my like interests and stuff from her. So we would always sing around the house and have concerts and stuff like that. And so when I found out that my middle school and elementary schools had choir, I immediately joined.
But no more singing for you right now? No choir or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
If they had a choir here, I would join, but...
Okay. And you're not going to belt out any vocals for us today? You already said, this is the Cheetah Spotlight.
Sadly,
it's not
no.
America's Got Talent. Okay. I remember something with the guitar purchase, too.
Yes.
Are you still playing guitar?
That did not last long.
No?
No.
What happened?
My cross-country and horseback riding lessons, it just like took up too much time and I didn't have time to practice or learn anything.
Okay. So, let's flip over to the horseback riding thing because that was one of the things I was going to ask you about. Are you still riding right now?
I am. I'm starting to get back to my twice-a-week lessons because cross-country is so hectic I can't really ride then.
Okay.
So we're trying to start that back up.
Okay. Yeah, I know the NJSIA doesn't sponsor like an equestrian thing, but there has been some talks at GCIT of maybe that should be something that we do here, sponsor an equestrian team. Is that something you would be interested in?
Oh yeah, that would be fun.
Do you have your own horse?
I do not, sadly.
Okay.
I wish.
Do you have a horse that you take care of though?
Yeah.
You go to the stables? What's
I ride
the horse's name?
Nitro. I ride him most of the time.
Okay. How big is he?
Like 14, 15 hands, which is like how they measure them.
Yeah. And
Pretty
is
big.
that like, so this is it's more than a show horse. You're doing like the jumps and stuff like that too? Take me through like a typical day, like when you go to a competition, like what does that look like for you?
Well, I've only been to one, and thankfully my instructor is amazing, so she helps with most of the stuff. But they get there beforehand, get the horses there, make sure they're all okay, and then I show up, groom them, like brush all the dirt off and tack them up with all their stuff, and then I get myself ready. And then an hour before you go into this warm-up arena and you just work on your walking and like running and trotting and stuff like that. And then when you go into the actual arena to show, you have a group of people that you go in with for the flat work, which is no jumps. And you do your walking, trotting, cantering, which is like them running. And then after that's all over, when the jumping starts, everybody leaves and you go in one at a time and you get a course. So it's like sometimes it'll be one jump, sometimes it'll be more than that. I think the most it goes up to is like 10 jumps in a row and you have to memorize the pattern.
Impressive, gee. That's awesome. I think that's like a phenomenal thing. It's something that you want to continue doing?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Who got you into that?
My uncle has a horse stable behind his house, so I would always go there to see the horses. And then we tried to get lessons there, but they would always cancel on us. So this girl I babysit actually told me about the place that I ride now, and it's amazing there. I love it.
All right. Super cool. Look, before we close our thing, I have one last important question that I didn't talk to you in the pre-roll. On a scale of 1 to 10, how phenomenal of a coach was I when you had me?
A 10.
A 10?
I would say a
10?
20, honestly. You're
That's
amazing.
Why you're always my favorite. What made like for an amazing time with the two of us? Do you remember?
You were just so fun, and you always encouraged us to try our best. And I remember at the Red and Blue meet on like the last time you coached me, I think it was the 800 or the 400, and I was trying to beat my best time, and you were like walking me through the whole thing, and you were giving me all these tips, and I beat it. I think I beat my PR by like a lot, and I was so proud, and you helped me through that, and it was amazing. That's
amazing to hear that now, G. I think the stuff that you've done, and we haven't talked for a couple of years, but I've kept in touch with your mom and dad a little bit. The stuff that you're doing now is just absolutely incredible. What a diverse background that you have now. I have no doubt, like I did many, many years ago when you were just like an 11-year-old kid, that you're going to go off and do great things. I'm glad GCIT is a part of that. So that's going to wrap up this week's Cheetah Spotlight. This is Gia Diccardi. I'm really happy to have her here. We look forward to having you guys at the next one. All right. I didn't go into